Hello, everybody. Sorry about the dead air for a moment there. I was trying to fix stuff because it's Mother's Day, and the mother has decided, well, I guess the children have decided that she doesn't want to be left alone. So, welcome to the Blind and the Special, hosted tonight by the Special. Hopefully, you can hear me because I am not looking at my levels. Am I muted? That's the question of the day. Let's see here. Pop my chat open. And I don't know if I am live or not. Not good. Not good. Okay, I'm good. I can see myself. And I can hear myself, so I'm good. There we go. Okay, that's better. Whew. Oh, 10 minutes. My ass. You'll be here in 10 minutes. But, okay. I guess I don't need the headphones if it's just me talking. But that's good. Yeah, so hi. Welcome to The Blind and the Special, hosted by the Special with the blind hiding in bed. I better turn this down because you can probably hear the echo. Mute, motherfucker. There we go. So, yeah. Whew. Fun day today. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I hope any ladies in the audience, our mothers out there, have a great Mother's Day. Hope you did. I don't know why I just waved, but I did. Whew. So, yeah. Welcome to my nightmare. I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to say. I'm half exhausted. I've been up for 20 hours, but hey, what else is new, right? That's our lives. Let's see, who do we got in the audience? Skep, hello, old man, sir. Duck Dog. Milkman Dan, you're the Golf City dude. Welcome. Gunfox, as always. Hello, sir. Rolling Bear. Hello, sir. Duck Dog, I already said hi to you. Jeff Vader. Hi. Fleet Admiral. Didn't. Oh, is that Denozo? No, Denoza. Welcome. Okay, and I can't go any farther up back in the chat, so anybody else I missed, hi, welcome back. There's also a cog person. I'm sorry. For shame, I am sorry. You must be one of the cog people. I do apologize for that. Okay, we will talk like this for the rest of the show. I will read us some news soon. But first, we are going to have a chat about the question of the day. And I hope that is, how was everybody's Mother's Day? Have we talked to our mothers today? Why did I go into a German accent from a French one? I do not know. I do not know. But anyways, yeah. So Sora Luna sent this to me, and I thought it was kind of funny because I've been on this highway about 1,000 times this year. This is a connecting highway. I think it's the 403. QE, same thing. So this is what wraps around the lake. And if you look really closely, see if I can zoom in any more. Nope, can't go any further. That's wood. That's wood, like lumber. So they think they're in the Batmobile. They can fly. But yeah, and this looks like, I don't know if anybody's ever worked in the scrap metal business or in the metal business. That looks like a scrap metal bin. But let's see here. Driver with wood protruding from open doors on Ontario Highway arrested. So, Sora Luna, thanks for this one. We're going to open up with something funny before we get into some sad stuff. He is lumbering down the highway. Well, it's kind of interesting you should say that because this is, I read a little bit. I'll be honest, and it's a little odd. Hello, Red Feather. Pop and hop. Why, I hate my phone. Let's see here. Maybe if I keep that going, it won't keep the volume down. Maybe then my screen won't mute. Remember, I have to have multiple things running. Kind of like blind, because otherwise my computer will explode. So it's handicapped too. Womp womp. Alrighty. I don't have a funny hat on, but let's read this article. This screen grab from a video posted to Facebook shows the car carrying wood with doors wide open on the highway. That's a lot of wood. And that's not a new car. But we'll see. Toronto. A driver spotted carrying a load of wood on a four-door sedan with the rear doors of the door of the car wide open on the highway has been taken into custody in Hamilton, Ontario. The Dirty Hammer. The driver triggered The driver triggered a lot of double takes on the QEW and Ontario Highway near the Burlington Skyway. The Burlington Skyway is that really big bridge that a couple years ago a dump truck took half of it out because the dumbass was high on coke and left his bucket up. But it's yeah. Sergeant Kerry Schmidt, who's actually this guy is awesome. If you ever want to follow someone on Twitter, he's under OPP underscore something, but look for Kerry Schmidt. He posts some of the craziest stuff that he sees. He's the public affairs liaison for the Ontario Provincial Police. But that show Heavy Rescue, if you ever get the chance to see it, the new season, he gets all the behind the scenes shit on his dash cam. He said the 42-year-old from Hamilton is likely facing several charges connected to the incident. He is also facing a charge in connection with 2 alleged break-and enters. Uh-oh. See, why is it that when they this it's really funny. This is like the cycle of criminality is they put themselves in jail. If you break the law, don't do stupid shit. It's this simple. It's like crime 101. Oh, fuck. All right, let's keep going. Hamilton police say they were able to link the car into the viral video to an alleged theft back in April. A man and woman, ooh, equality, were first spotted on video driving the vehicle inside a compound on Broccoli Drive in Hamilton on April 13th. They allegedly stole 1,000 pounds of bulk steel with an estimated value of $3,000. Wow, that's some cheap ass steel. It's still funny. Oh, 1,000 pounds in. I'm gonna guess this is an Intrepid. So that thing, the tires were rubbing on the top of the wells. What do we got? Maybe they don't roll down all the way. Why didn't he roll down the windows and shut the doors? Well, if you look, that actually looks like the stack goes down. Like the seat's here, right? But it's just like, holy shit. These people are dumb. Let's keep going. Where was I? There we go. On April 22nd, the couple allegedly tried to gain entry to the same compound but failed. After seeing the video, investigators were able to determine where the vehicle was seized and the 1991 it's a Lumina. It's a 91 Lumina. Holy shit. Holy fuck. Yeah, okay, there it is. There, yeah. There's the triple headlights or the triple tail. Yeah, there's the tail lights. 1, 2, 3. There's that little white bar. Yeah, yeah. The center light. Yeah. Oh, oh my god. It's a Chevy Lumina. Okay. Oh, it was seized from an address in Hamilton at the time. Wait, okay, I gotta pull up a clearer picture of what a 1991 Chevy Lumina looks like. Chevy Lumina red. This thing, this is what they had. Uh, oh, 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 that's what they were driving right there. That's what they had. Oh, that's great. This is just a great. Holy shit. So the 91 Chevy Lumina. Oh, so they had already put 1,000 pounds of bulk steel into this thing. I put 1,000 pounds into my HHR and it sags just a little, and I just put new springs in the fucking thing. Think about this thing.
I'm back.
Oh, in Hamilton, pop it up. That car screams, "I got crack." In Hamilton, don't even. It's yeah. You're not far off, buddy. Oh, this is great.
Also, should I
This is
present you?
dangerous, he says. This is an overweight, careless driving, insecure load. You are compromising the vehicle safety. Yeah. That's right, Carrie. The video was posted on Facebook by some dude. It shows the back doors creeping onto other lanes and the car's trunk propped open. Is this still a video? No. Where's the video? Video.
Do you want me
Oh,
to
no video.
present you?
But yeah, and I'm not going to Facebook because I hate Facebook.
Can I not be heard?
No, we don't make breakfast in this house. But she got to sleep. She got to pretty much laze around most of the day. So, and I got all the laundry folded, so we're happy. Yay! Speaking of which, I got to put that load in the dryer. Right.
Can
Okay.
you not hear me?
Let's see here. So yeah, so that's that
Okay,
article.
I guess
So
not.
they were driving. So let's keep in mind it's a red Chevy Lumina, and they had all of that. So that is a steel bin. Oh, is she talking to me?
Yeah.
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I don't have my headphones on.
Well, for fuck's sakes, dude. Put your fucking headphones on. This
Well,
is
they're
why you
on
wear
now.
headphones.
They're on now. You don't gotta scream.
I was afraid your hangout was broken or something. I'm just
No,
like,
everyone can hear me perfectly fine. I had you muted on your computer.
we can hear you. Pinky can't. Yeah.
No, of course not. I didn't have my headphones on. So what were you saying, dear?
I was asking you if you needed me to present you.
No, I've got everything set up. Everybody can see everything. You
Okay.
don't touch a damn thing. It's Mother's Day. You just sit there and relax and talk. So
Okay.
good.
Well,
Because I got
Alex
some
is
shit that's gonna make you kind of blow your top. It's really funny.
professional streaming with Blind Press and Pinky. That's right.
That's Pinky and the Blind, so we're good.
Pinky
We're
in the
Pinky
brain. That's
and the
right.
Blind. We're Pinky and the Blind. One is an idiot. The other one is blind.
Stop it.
No, because it works. A brain. I can't do that one. I can't do that with my voice as dry as it is right now. Stand by. Apparently, I was watching a video that was people don't like crinkly chip bags. Like the sound of like
No, it's bad etiquette. Stop it.
that's a weed bag.
Or I don't care. Stop it, or I'll kick you off the stream and do it myself.
You have no news. Ah, ha, ha, ha,
I'll
ha. I have
find
all the
some.
links. By the way, anybody who asked me to post links to this shit, maybe if I can figure out why, but you see where I'm reading it from. Points, Nerf. Okay. Anyway, don't
Zoinks,
make me do
brain.
what?
I said zoinks, brain.
Points. All right. So that's that story. So we say goodbye to that one. The red Chevy. So did you hear what kind of car it was?
The red Chevy Lumina.
A 91 red Chevy.
How is that thing? How did it not lose its muffler from
Because
dragging on the fucking
Hamilton,
road?
they sprinkled a little crack on it.
On the muffler?
On the car. You got a problem? Sprinkle a crack on it. That's the rule of Hamilton. Sprinkle some crack on it. Oh yeah. Ever since I broke a tooth, I can't do Pinky anymore. Can't do them. I can't do it too well. It's something escapes.
Well, you also have to have that British
I used to be
accent.
able to do it. I think it's also because my nostrils are still flared up. I believe I might have caught something from that child again. Oh, it's like I swear they don't vaccinate that fucking kid. Like,
What
oh,
fucking kid?
Remy.
Oh.
All right, let's close the Chevy Lumina. Trudeau government. Here we go. So we're going to talk about some Canadian news today, some crazy news today, some Guns N' Roses news today, some Alyssa Milano, some teen murder charges, and a special drink made to order
Oh
specifically
God.
for the feminists out there. The feminists, they really like this drink. They have come up with it, and it's bigly well. It's so good. All right. But first, let's talk about the liberal retards today. Oh, I shouldn't say that word. The liberal special people. No, that insults me. The liberals. Trudeau government takes a gender-neutral approach to gun control.
Oh, fuck off.
And as we know, all opinion pieces are fact. So we're going to read the opinion piece from Susan Delacourt, who's actually a columnist. So it's weird the fact that everything is an opinion piece nowadays. But oh my
Gender
god, he
neutral
just
gun
screams,
control.
"I am so gay." The photo they have of him is, "I shop at Men's Warehouse. I like the way I look." That's all I get. What the fuck is this
Oh,
title?
guns are female like ships.
Oh.
Ships and
Justin
cars.
Trudeau will not be announcing a sweeping handgun ban when he appears next month at the big Women
That's not a
Deliver conference in Vancouver.
that's not a very gender neutral title of a conference.
Shh. An unwavering advocate for girls and women.
That's also not very gender
I
neutral.
don't see any white people in this photo.
I don't hear any males being spoken about in this article yet.
And that's a ripped off picture from UNICEF. Let's see here. Oh, it's these people. Women deliver humanitarian aid for like Zimbabwe and shit. The Women Deliver Young Leaders program provides opportunities for youth advocates to build and strengthen their capacity and skills and find platforms for them to share their voices and experiences. That girl is incredibly not white.
What does this have to do with guns?
That's what I'm wondering. I just wanted to see where that link took me. But yeah, that's oh, interesting. That's so interesting. Their address for this advocacy group that the Trudeau government is sponsoring.
Mhm.
Guess what state? Guess what city and state? Oh, I gave it away. New York, New York. So, not even a nationally based advocacy group. Like we have Canadian groups that do this. God, I hate you, Trudeau. Get out of my country. Go back to
That's
Cuba.
that's absolutely ridiculous.
The Prime Minister's office dispelled any so. I'm actually happy. I'll be honest. I'm happy to hear that he's not going to announce the handgun ban because I think that would spark a revolution. Just so you guys know, we have 40 million handguns in this country.
Yeah, Canadians do actually like having
We have
guns.
guns. We have a lot of guns. It's just we don't talk about them. Most of them are stashed away in places because when they did a long gun ban, they did a about 20 years ago they did a long gun registry where anybody who owned any rifles or anything like that had to actually register them with the federal government. Kind of like you guys used to, like you guys have now, where in some states you don't have to register your long guns, but in some states you do. We made it so it's just federally you have to register your rifles. I know a few people who said fuck that and threw them in the attic, and just like, but they ended up being a oops, they fell off my boat kind of a thing. Like that guy in California who had 20,000 rifles. I think I know someone like that, but he's in Texas, so he's safe.
I used to have a long gun and then I lost it.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
Well, it was, and they were actually kind of interesting. There were 308s that were converted into 22s, which was a funnier thing because it's just they tried this and it didn't work. But once they came out with this, we're gonna do a handgun ban. Everybody went, nah, no, 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 no. We like our handguns. This isn't gonna solve the Toronto 80 deaths in 3 weeks kind of bullshit. Because taking away the legal guns makes it so the illegal guns just poof go away. Doesn't work. Look at Toronto.
Well,
So yeah, so
they're
they
trying to
dispelled
buy
this.
back in Toronto right now, aren't they?
They're doing, yeah. Tory wants to do one, but he's so fucking stupid. He wants to do one. They tried it before. Everybody tries the gun buyback, and what they end up doing is they end up with, and a couple people in chat will back me up on this. When you go to do a buyback, you always end up with the kids that inherited them and just don't know what to do with them, and that's all you ever get. And it's usually a handful because they'll get like $100 or something like that.
Toronto
So
is
Toronto is
Chicago of the
Chicago of the
North.
North. No,
That's
not quite.
Winnipeg.
It's more Winnipeg is Chicago. Detroit would explain Toronto.
Yeah. Toronto,
Um,
yeah, that's pretty good analogy, honey. Toronto's our
well, that's where
Detroit.
most of the guns come from.
Yeah, Toronto's our Detroit, Winnipeg is our Chicago.
Yeah, it's interesting. Uh, Yeah, there've been so many and it's actually kind of interesting because it's all gang related, but they won't talk about it. They won't say it's the gangs. They'll just say gun violence. They won't put names out. They're having trouble doing that again because it goes against the narrative. Let's see here. Tory, Clammett, former conservative. There we go. Oh well, you can relay. Well, that's a photo. It turns out that there were a couple of holes in Clement's very plausible sounding theory. First, Trudeau will not be joined at the conference by Jacinda Ardern, New Zealand's outspoken anti gun prime minister. Second, it would be unusual for this government to make gun control a centerpiece of a feminist event of this size and prominence. While you can rely on Trudeau's team to frame many of their programs and policies to ultra friendly women, their gun control efforts have generally been cast that way. And that's odd because it's not only a big departure for this government, but also, yeah, departure is the magic word for this
Wait,
government.
so is this person complaining that
I
gun
don't.
control is not a feminist issue? Or are they happy that it's not a feminist issue?
Well, consider the fact that the next line is it was the mass shooting of 14 women at Montreal's École Polytech in 1989 that really ignited the gun control movement in Canada. I think she is complaining. Uh,
Why did you make it call sound like asshole or a-hole?
because it's French. Uh, Progress was made in the 30 years since I'm reading this as it's written, by the way. I'm stumbling because it makes no fucking sense. And much progress was made in 30 years since precisely because the issue is so important to women.
Wow.
That my head hurt.
That's not a sentence.
No, but this is the problem with opinion pieces is they're
But
I'm not
even actual articles are starting to be written like that now.
this is the problem. What do we got? Red feather. Wait, where are we here? A bunch of gibberish. Red feather. Apparently, they found another Islamic camp in Alabama that has ties to that one in New Mexico. They found back the 11 mile. Yo, I remember that one. Feminists don't like guns. How important is this if it's been 30 years to enact it? That's the problem. It's not. This is the weird thing about this. Where are we here? Guns are the great equalizer of the sexes. Feminists should love guns. Shoot the patriarchy, y'all. Poppet has taken that long to brain pot. Oh. See, that's the
Hashtag
thing.
shoot the patriarchy.
It's because all of the problem is anything that goes on in the States, we have to mirror up here.
Yep.
So the argument is gun control in the States. So the argument must automatically be gun control up here. That's pretty much what this is all about. Free speech is an issue. When the Islamophobia talk started happening in the States, then it started happening up here. It's just weird how this shit kind of started. Let's see here. The two
Canada,
lead ministers on firearms measures are Public Safety Minister Ralph Goodall, what a dick, and Bill Blair. I like Bill Blair.
Ralph Goodell's a freaking old dumbass.
He's like Dick Cheney, but just
You could go up to him and go, and he'd fall over.
yeah, but much like Bernie Sanders, he'll never go away. The law and order guys in Trudeau's cabinet. Bill Blair is actually kind of a cool guy.
Yeah.
Uh,
He was the police chief of Toronto, wasn't he?
yep.
At some point?
But then he got blue pilled, I guess is what. Yeah, blue pilled is the blue haired pill, right? Where they end
Yeah.
up becoming feminist people. He
Yes.
kind of went that way. Who famously make up half the cabinet because the other half is women ministers who famously make up the half of the cabinet have not been overly vocal or outspoken about anything the government has been doing on the firearms front. Yeah, she's complaining because it's not being raised as a feminist issue.
Okay.
Oh, I gotta stop laughing. Apparently, you're not supposed to laugh in these things.
Why?
Uh, This is 30. Wait, women also weren't a huge feature of a 30-page report issued a month ago by Blair, the result of his consultations on potential handgun ban. In the report's list of key themes that came up in written submissions to Blair, is this? I wonder if she's like our version, Susan Delacourt.
You got your wife a 9mm for Mother's Day? That's awesome.
Oh, I remember this woman now. Go away. I don't like
She doesn't
you.
like your 45. See, I want to shoot a 45, but I'm afraid I'm going to break my wrist.
You'll be fine. It's not really that bad. Trust me, it's not that bad. Did you shoot the 44?
No,
But that'll be worse.
I never shot the
Just
Ruger.
because it's bigger doesn't mean it hurts more.
No, I never shot the Ruger. I've only ever shot, the only real gun I ever shot was the 22. The rifle.
The tin can plinker. Plink,
Yes.
plink,
My
plink.
my 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 can is still up there. Thank you very much.
It is? I don't think it is.
In the back room where all the
No, I
soda
don't think it
cans
is.
are.
Trust me. Anything, especially after what we just heard about this weekend. Yeah, no. We're gonna go up there, and that place is gonna be like 1,000 times different, and it's gonna
I'm
suck because we
gonna
don't have
be
a dock anymore.
pissed.
Oh well, what can we do? 22 is a kid's gun. It's a kid's gun that shoots varmints very well.
Well, I shot it when I was a kid, Gunny, so that's appropriate.
223 is a step up. 223, that's a murderous weapon. That's bigger than a 5.56.
I still want to shoot my grandma's gun though.
I'm triggered, Freedom. 223. That shreds deers to pieces.
I want to shoot grandma's over under at least once.
Oh fuck. That's another argument that's killing me is this whole the 5.56 is the most deadly round ever created. No, it isn't. There are much worse ones out there. 30 millimeter will put a hole in your chest.
That would be an interesting video to do, honey.
It's like a cannonball.
No. Do you know what would be an interesting video to do? The
Hmm.
blind person walking in and going, "Excuse me, I'd like to write my test for my pal."
Actually, we should do that.
Wait a minute, you're blind and you want to own a gun? Yes. Why?
454. The coolest. I still think the weirdest round I ever saw in my life was a 41 mag. It's this weird off cartridge that this guy had for hunting. I think he was hunting black bear with it. That was the weirdest one I ever sold. It sat on the shelf for like 2 months. And I was like, what is this? Because I was going through all the orders and I pop it open. I'm like, what the fuck is a 41? Turns out it's this. Basically, it's a little slimmer than a 45. It's long and it's evil. And they kill bears. So it works. You take out the bear. Bear not like a big bullet. Bear does not like. Bear like fist. I fight the bear.
Blind press is probably a better shot than any liberal. Well, if I can get my stupid thumb to stop, my damn hand jerks the gun up all the
That's
fucking
mental.
time.
That's mental. See, that is just control. That's you need to just make sure that you're properly controlling. You're not properly controlling.
No,
Think
I'm
about
not.
it. If you're having this much trouble with something as light as an air pistol, and you switch up and we go up and grab the Ruger, or we go up and we get even the Glock, and you shoot and you let it go like that, it's not going to be a controlled shoot. You're going to miss.
Yeah.
So you have to focus on that. That's the big part. You have to. Otherwise, you might as well just hold it sideways and go, "Yo, what up, motherfucker?" Anyway, women's concern. Oh, Bill C-71, the gun control legislation. Goodall barely mentioned women's concerns when he introduced Bill C-71, the gun control legislation, in the Commons a little more than a year ago. Most of the citizens and experts cited in his speech, from mayors to police to gun shop owners, were men.
Because oh my god.
Women also weren't huge features of a 30-page report. Oh, that's the yeah.
Because I'm sorry, most people who own gun shops are men. That's just
In the report's list of key themes that came up, women's groups weren't overwhelmingly part of an in-person consultation either. And overall, there was as many mentions in the report of women as there were of gangs. Because women
so
are
are you saying that they equated women with gangs?
that's exactly what they
Because let me tell you, I've seen chicks and they rove in packs and they fucking never mind. There's a reason that I only have very few female friends and most of the
You
people
have
that I
female
hang
friends? Where the
I
hell are
have
they? I haven't seen them in
they live
years.
they live 3 hours away. And we text often. I have one no, that's I'm sorry. I have two female friends.
You have two?
Yes.
You have two? Who's
I
the other
can't
one?
believe someone spent on the time writing this either, Red Feather. Um,
Anyway,
yeah, there's a reason I hang out with guys more, because
you hang
I
out with
can
guys?
hang. Would you shut the fuck up? See, I can't say that to most chicks. You tell most chicks to shut the fuck up, they start crying. Why are you mean to me? You told me to shut the fuck up.
Uh, Perhaps it's a sign of the times, or the context in which we're now talking about gun control. While the Polytechnique massacre was a galvanizing moment for the federal government 30 years ago, today's calls for handgun bans and more gun controls follow incidents like the 2018 Danforth shootings, which was all gun fuck. Oh, fuck off. Oh.
Wait, did she just complain that
Because
more women
the
weren't
quote
killed?
incel who couldn't get a fucking job. Yeah. In which women were among the victims, but not explicitly targeted.
Okay, are you upset that more
Okay,
women
hold on.
weren't
Did you catch that? In which women were among the victims, but not explicitly targeted.
okay, why is she writing that like that's a bad thing? Oh wait,
Well,
victim
but it
complex.
didn't target them. He should have targeted women. God damn
You
it!
should have targeted more women. That way we could have had more reason to be victims.
Oh,
Wow, you insane bitch.
after the Danforth shootings, we'll remember it was Mayor John Tory, not women's groups, who served as the lead voice for a handgun ban. Oh, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, I think you're right, Red Feather. She wants us to kill more women with guns.
She wants matricide. She wants matricidal efforts. Happy Mother's Day. I'm dead.
Matricide is killing your mother,
It's
isn't it?
yes. Still, one assumes that there's an element of political calculation, if not outright caution, in the gender neutral way the Trudeau government has been approaching gun control. Past Liberal governments lost a lot of support, particularly among men, for firearms control initiatives. No, among all gun owners, you retard. Trudeau has repeatedly said he doesn't want to revisit the idea of a gun registry. Yeah, because it was $16 million a year wasted for a
Yep.
system that didn't even do anything. Seriously, it did nothing. All it did was, if you were suspected of a crime at all it did was possibly, it didn't even work 100% of the time. It possibly put a mark next to your name that you own firearms. Not even that you're a criminal with firearms, that you just own firearms. It was weird. Like we have, like you guys have the, like California has the what's the new thing they're calling the where they're reporting the gun, where they report crazy people and then they take their guns. Whatever that they call that. We have that here. In fact, your grandpa had that happen with his one friend. Remember, he was
Oh
cleaning the
yeah.
guns drunk, and he was cleaning the guns drunk. The wife got pissed off. This is a man in his 70s doing this. and the cops called your grandpa, and he ended up getting like 15 guns dropped off by the cops.
Yeah.
And I kind of looked at them all, and they were all pretty nice, except a whole bunch of them. Here's the craziest part: the cops have no idea how to handle firearms because, like, they were brought into grocery bags, no locks, nothing like that. They were just kind of handed off. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Trudeau has repeatedly said, yeah, he doesn't want to revisit. Next line. It could be that the Trudeau team is aware that this is fuck off. I can't. Every time I go to the next, every time I go to read, I read ahead, and I just want to shoot myself for the words that are about to come out of my mouth. It could be that the Trudeau team is aware that all this pro-feminist rhetoric of the past 4 years has been interpreted in some quarters as being unfriendly to men, and
It
it
is
doesn't want gun control failing into that polarized men versus women atmosphere. Gun control historically has been polarizing enough already.
okay, but the feminist rhetoric has been unfriendly to men. So
That's the whole point of it. Smash.
what?
Is it smash the patriarchy, punch men? Like
Kill all men?
all of this, like,
Fuck,
oh,
hashtag fuck men? Like,
oh, sex strike. Well, we'll talk about that one in a few minutes. Oh man. Oh, we're gonna get into some crazy territory tonight because it's been a fucked up week. And no, we're not talking about James Charles, and we're
mm,
not going to talk about pro Jared because James Charles is. I don't care about the makeup community. The makeup world is fucked, and he's a fucked up individual who should not. Like, these kids are getting too much money too soon.
yep.
That's all I'm gonna say. Um, and Pro Jared, you're a fucking idiot. I got a 9 out of 10 cosplaying redheaded wife. I'm gonna go fuck this troll.
And then I'm gonna air all my dirty
Like,
laundry out on Twitter.
Jim said it best. Medicare said it best. Dude, you look like Momo. You look like Momo fucked a pencil. You look worse than Momo. You should be happy that your little dick gets to touch that redhead. Like, she has a schnoz like Lois Griffin, but get her to cosplay like Lois and you'll be happy. You dumb fuck. I'm gonna divorce her. Oh. There's so much to unpack in that. I don't even want to talk about it. Because it just hurts my fucking brain to think of how stupid you are. And then what's the other one? There was a third one that came up this week, wasn't there?
Well, if you mean the third one being
No, not your shit.
no,
What?
being dumbass Worski saying that
Oh,
James Charles didn't do nothing.
Andy, you're an idiot. I've told you this
Like,
before.
really fix your shit before you go throwing stones there, Mr.
Yeah,
Worski.
Andy, please. If
Just
you're back in town, seriously, if you're back in town, go fishing.
yeah.
Just do live stream on a boat and then go fishing. You'll feel better. But until that time, shut the fuck up. You're fucking up enough as it is. Stop it.
You
Get
don't
some help.
just before you throw a brick through your own glass window or your own glass wall, just please stop.
Why did metaphors? Why did Pro Jared stupidly reject his ex-wife? Why did he trade an 8 out of 10 for a 2 out of 10? Because he's an idiot. Like, seriously, if it was that she was verbally abusive towards him, then he should have pulled up his big boy pants, stepped away from being a male feminist, just dummy, and gone, honey, shut the fuck up. Let's talk. But no, instead it was, I'm going to go fuck a troll.
And
Oh,
if it's
man.
truly that bad, fucking end it. Don't go cheating on people.
Well, it wasn't just that either. It
Get
was
the
the fact.
balls and fucking end it.
Oh, I hate the fact that we're talking about this, but I guess we might as well talk about it anyway. Fuck. Oh, you dumb ass. You retard. You stupid, stupid shit. What was the point? what was it? Oh, I think I'm gonna do. I don't understand. It was a passionate moment, dude. No, if it was seriously, if it was an abusive issue, then grow a pair of balls and stand up to your woman. The sex is more fun that way. It really is.
Or fucking if you
I have
truly,
ended a relationship for abuse.
yeah,
Yeah, you
like
see, that's the
seriously,
other way. He doesn't justify. No.
if you can't, if you seriously can't stand the abuse and it won't stop, fucking end it and then go and find whoever the fuck you want. Don't cheat on people. No matter
It's
how much they are, no matter how bad they are to you, don't cheat on people. Leave them. That's what I have to say about that.
all right. Back to the story. All right. Okay. I don't know how we got to pro Jared, but whatever. Now that we're done with that rant, the legislation that is now winding its way through Parliament is essentially a boost to current laws covering firearms. It extends the background check requirements for would-be gun owners and requires retailers to keep records of inventory and sales. I love that one. Requires retailers to keep records of inventory and sales.
Isn't that already a requirement for tax purposes?
It's a requirement for everything in business.
I came here for an argument. I'm sorry, this is abuse.
Oh, it. Oh, where are we now? There have been some tense back and forth efforts in the Senate over amendments to the legislation, some of which would have gutted the bill. But it now looks on track to face its final vote and will probably pass by the end of the month by those patriarchal bastards. It doesn't really say that.
It
As for the
should.
end of the handgun ban, that's still up in the air. But we do know one thing: it won't be announced in Vancouver at the Women Deliver conference.
But why should it? It's not a gun. Oh my god.
Get this: Susan Delacourt is the Star's Ottawa bureau chief and a columnist covering national politics.
Of course she is.
Oh, I pity the fool. All right, now he's had a really bad week though. My favorite columnist, Brian Lilly. I like this guy. Look at him. He looks so sad. So sad. He looking so sad. He does not look like a man. Not the slightest. He seriously doesn't. If you look at him, he looks like he's defeated. He's ready to throw in the towel. He is not going to win. He's done. Did I lose you?
No.
Am I still muted?
No, I'm looking at chat. Sorry.
Ah, I should really put on some music.
No, you shouldn't.
Why not?
Because then we're going to get struck down.
I was gonna put on some good music. If you
Then
think
we'll
you're
really
coming
get
off a
struck.
bad week, consider poor Justin Trudeau over the past 7 days. The PM has been called out by powerhouse lawyer Mary Heinen over his fake feminism. The Norman trial blew up in his face. And in the media, and the Auditor General issued a report showing his government failed to properly handle the border crisis. Yeah, no shit. These people right here, what they do is this is a taxi. This taxi is dropping them off on like the New York or the Maine side, just along the Quebec border. Now, what they're going to do is they're going to walk into a point of entry and literally just walk through, and and Border Patrol won't do anything. They
Nope.
just walk in. It's really fucked. I'm only scratching the surface because I'll be open and frank. I was away all last week trying to not pay attention to news here in Canada. Yeah, good luck with that, Brian. But here, this is an explanation. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Champlain. So Champlain, New York. A cab drops off a couple of asylum seekers at the US Canada border near Champlain, New York. Thousands of refugees have been streaming across the border over the past few months, overwhelming the government's capacity to house them while their claims are processed. Yeah,
Sounds like Texas.
it's exactly like Texas. We need
Yes,
a
we
wall,
do
yeah.
need a wall. Yes.
Except I prefer a wall of guns, but that's okay. Uh, Yet, despite my best efforts to devote my full attention on beautiful cities and medieval castles in places like Waterford and Kilkenny over in Ireland, the news punched through. Yeah, no shit. Because you're in Ireland. You went to a progressive country. Why would you do that? I was able to ignore at first the Auditor General's report on the processing of asylum claims, where interim auditor Sylvain Ricard pointed out the massive delays in the system due to poor government management because of this sad-faced individual right here. I'm going to leave the loading ring going because this really does help the face. And all we know is there have been spikes in the past 3 years, including more than 40,000 fucking people in 3 years. Just through your border.
And we only have a population of 37 million people. So, like, it's
Yeah,
not,
so
our
I'll
absorption rates are much
and
smaller
here's the
than.
funnier part. I wonder if Brian, if he points it out. We have a higher deportation rate than you do per day.
Mhm.
We actually have a massive deportation rate, but they don't talk about it because it would completely blow up the narrative that you guys that they've put in down on you guys. The whole
Yep.
only right wing people deport illegals or undocumented. No, we're deporting them like en masse every fucking day.
We really are.
Throughout that time, the PM has assured the whole country that there was no impact on the system, that the system was working as it should. So why then are people waiting 2 years for a decision instead of the requirement that most cases be heard within 60 days? That delay isn't fair for anyone. The asylum claimant that lives in limbo or the taxpayers of Canada that have pumped billions extra into a system that isn't working. Sounds like our current government. Even when claim information is available electronically, it was printed out and shared between organizations by fax or courier. Hello. Anyone want to check their calendar? It's 2019. It's the current year.
To
Then
send
there's the
them to
Norman
Yellowknife,
trial.
yeah.
Try as I did to pay attention to the Norman castles in Ireland, the Norman trial back home was blowing up my phone. Text, emails, direct messages. People were contacting me about explosive news that the government dropped the charges against Vice Admiral Mark Norman on breach of trust.
Yeah, I wanted to read a story about that, but I couldn't find any more information on it, and I didn't really know what was going on with that, so
Hmm. Can you hear that?
hear what?
Can you hear that?
Hear what? Now I hear
Nope, it's
it.
not working. Damn it.
Oh, the video?
Yeah.
Now I
Nope,
hear
it's
it.
not working. Damn it.
Ah.
Nope.
Oh, the video?
No, it's not working. Excuse me. No, it's not working. Okay, so anyway, let's see here. Norman's lawyer, Mary Heinen, said the decision to drop the charges was not political and was made by the independent prosecutor. I'll take her at her word, but we can't come to any other conclusion than this was politically motivated trial from the start. Heinen herself had claimed that in-court documents released to the court showed that Privy Council office coordinating trial strategy with prosecutors. Ooh, that's not good.
What is with the Privy Council? Holy fuck.
Because they're a bunch of corrupt
First
fucking
it was an
lunatics.
SNC, and now it's
Because they're the ones that are being paid. They're the ones that are getting the kickbacks. It's the only way. And of course, this all started when former clerk of the Privy Office, Michael Wernick, there's that name again,
Mhm.
wrote a 60-page memo to the PM on Norman, which eventually led to the PCO calling the RCMP and asking them to investigate. You may remember Wernick from such scandals as
Hi, I'm Troy McClure. You may remember me from such
Hi, I'm
political
Troy McClure.
scandals
No,
as.
wait, hold on. Hi, I'm Michael Warnick. You may remember me from such scandals as the SNC Levian scandal, where he asked former Attorney General Jody Wilson-Raybould to take over the prosecution of SNC so they could get their sweetheart deal and avoid conviction. Yes, that same guy, that same Trudeau team. There is no doubt this started in politics. Perhaps, as Heinen says, the prosecutors didn't let politics enter their decision to drop the case and let Norman go free. Maybe it was just new information presented to the defense. In that case, Heinen was absolutely right when she uttered this cutting line to the media on Wednesday. Fortunately, Vice Admiral Norman didn't fire the females he hired. And scene. Oh, that hurts my brain. Okay, so let's
Yes,
hope we don't get
poor
struck for a big old
yes,
Nazi flag.
yes,
But yeah.
poor Phil Hartman. His wife was a
Oh,
psycho bitch.
it's getting on. I really got to hit the road, but I'm addicted to making terrible jokes. Join the club, milkman. Terrible puns are the way of life. However, here's something interesting. So we know Saskatchewan, right, honey? You know about that flat place, lots of wheat. There's a certain leaf that I think that's from that central section of Canada. But Saskatchewan man rips down and burns Nazi flag flying on house.
Okay.
So someone actually was flying a gigantic Nazi flag, like the size of the one we have at the cottage.
We
Big
don't
swastika.
we do not have a Nazi flag at the cottage. He meant like the size of the Canadian flag that we have at the cottage. You do
Your
know that
father,
it came out.
is that how, did I say?
It came out. It said he said you said this person had a big Nazi flag, like the size of the one at the cottage. So yes, it,
Oopsie.
you did make it sound like we have a Nazi flag at the cottage.
Vels, you are a German family.
Yes, but that we have a Canadian flag at the cottage, people. We do not have
That
a
we know
Nazi.
of. I'm still kind of. Your family's kind of been in the area for many, many years, and like back to when it was Berlin. They were here when it was called Berlin. Just saying. Just saying. Ah, okay, this is gonna be interesting. Caleb Pellet. Oh god damn it, fucking French people.
Some
Caleb
French guy.
Pelletier told CTV Regina that he decided to take down the red and black swastika flag after it became clear that authorities weren't going to. I believe it affected so many of our people, said Pelletier, who is from oh, that's why. Who is from George Gordon First Nation.
So he's a Métis.
Yeah, the fuck is wrong with those people? On Friday,
Hey,
Kelleher On Friday, Kelleher Mayor Darcy King said that the man who hung the flag was a 34-year-old who, quote, never grew up and was living with his grandfather. King said he'd spoken to the man and he had promised to take it down.
wait,
RCMP Corporal Rob King told the Canadian press that police had spoken to the homeowner, but nothing illegal had occurred. Pelletier posted a video of the flag burning on Facebook. Oh, dude,
wait,
as much as
wait a minute though. That's his excuse for flying a Nazi flag. I
no,
never
that's
grew
what
up.
the mayor said. The mayor of Kelleher said that the dude that owned the flag is some 34-year-old giant who never grew up and is living with his grandfather.
And I'm
Uh,
guessing his grandpa is a German guy.
or yeah, so he's a troll, or he's an incel troll that lives in his mother's basement, lives in his grandpa's basement. Could be that way too.
Yeah.
Read more of this story on CTV Regina. Let's see where CTV Regina takes us. Because I actually am kind of curious now about this story a little more. Oh, wow. That's a little bit better of an article. After Nazi and Confederate flags hung at a residence in Kelleher sparked outrage in the community, a man took it upon himself to take them down and burn them on Friday evening.
Hmm.
Caleb Pelletier confirmed that he took the flags down from where they were hung at the home around 9:30. He also posted a video showing him burning them. I made the decision when the authorities weren't going to make it. I believe it affected so many of our people, so I took matters into my own hands, and now they were taken down and burned.
Sorry.
Pelletier said the Pelletier from the George Gordon First Nation, which is approximately 6 kilometers away from Kelleher, said he wanted to take the flags down because the flags were offensive to Indigenous people.
I
indigenous.
hate to say this, but and I'm not being a Nazi sympathizer here, but that's private property, dude. You can't do
Yeah,
that.
that's what I was gonna say. Like, dude, that's still illegal. You didn't. You
You can't destroy somebody's private property. It may not be smart
That's
for him to
why the
hang a
police
Nazi
said the
flag.
guy wasn't committing a crime. Yeah, he was being a dick about it by
Yeah,
having the flags. Because especially if it was more than one flag. Let's see here. There's a photo of it I just saw. Okay, there's a couple of them. He probably has an Iron Eagle flag or something flying too.
yeah.
Uh,
He's being an idiot,
yeah.
but being
So,
an idiot's not against the law.
apparently there are a lot of apparently this guy is Métis, which is native. Okay, so he's First Nation. But if this is offensive to Indigenous people, does that mean that they're chosen Indigenous people?
So there are a lot of Jews in Saskatchewan, says Red Feather. No, not particularly.
That should- Yeah, okay, dude, you're not very bright. That's see, and the problem is if the 34-year-old wanted to, he could actually have this guy charged with trespassing and vandalism and destruction
Yeah,
of private property. You don't do this shit. As much as it pains you to see it, you don't do this shit. That's the same thing as unfortunately, like I said, I have to say it this way. This is the same thing as the assholes that were taking down the rainbow flags off the schools and burning them. It's the same fucking bullshit. Everyone can have their opinion. That's all I can say. Who is black?
yeah.
But
There's no law against hanging a Nazi flag.
that's the thing. I don't know for it. See, unless it actually becomes a legally considered to be an offensive symbol or something like that, I don't. I think that's what it has to take for them to be able to charge under offensive or what obscenity laws. That's it. Because we do have obscenity laws in Canada. It is Canada after all. How else did
True.
we get our morals? Uh, this would also explain it. Community safety issues. Saskatchewan struggling with crystal meth addiction.
Oh
Crystal
dear.
meth, Nazi flag. Crystal meth, Nazi flag. I see a connection.
Well, when you look out of your window and you can see the edge of Alberta, there's not much else you can do but do some meth.
Or play bongos.
Or,
Okay, so yeah.
or play bongos. Okay, then.
It's it's sad how easily people can be triggered into violence or destruction. Yes, exactly. Leave the symbols to the symbol minded. Precisely. I miss Carlin.
I do too.
So anybody hear about this crazy shit? This is actually kind of funny. You're gonna like this, honey. So we all hate baseball,
We
but
do.
I hate baseball. I think it's the most
Well,
one of the
I don't like it either, but I know that there are a lot of people that don't hate baseball.
okay. How about this? Everyone hates the Detroit Tigers. Okay. So
Stipulated.
well, okay. So you know how important. Okay, but we all know how important like RBIs are. Like run like the when these guys hit these milestones, right?
Hmm.
What was it? Who was it that hit the 3 home runs in a single game? Reggie Jackson, for instance. He never got in basketball. I never got that third ball. That kid was an asshole. That whole kind of thing. A lot of guys want those balls to go into the museum and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, so this Detroit, so um, one guy hit his 2000th career RBI,
Oh wow.
and a fan grabbed the ball, caught the ball in the stands. Technically, it's legally the kid's ball. Technically, it's the ball club's. It's a weird gray area. Some people turn them in, some people keep them, and this is what ends up happening. How does this connect? No shit about baseball. I used to play baseball. Baseball. I like to play baseball. Baseball. That's all I can think of now. Baseball. The Detroit Tigers fan who corralled the home run baseball. Corralled. He caught the ball. That cemented Albert Pujols' 2000th career RBI on Thursday made headlines when he refused to hand the historic ball over to Major League Baseball. Yeah, Major League
Does he
Baseball.
have to?
Yeah, the MLB. They'll come for you. On Friday, he took to Facebook to detail his experiences with Comerica Park and Tigers staff. Comerica? Ah, fuck. Get real base. Get names again. Can't we have stadium names? I miss stadium names. Apparently, the Air Canada Center has become something else too. Let's see here. Eli Hides chose to keep the ball despite generous offers from the Tigers and Angels, even though MLB would not authorize the ball or would not authenticate the ball once he left the park. So they won't give him a certificate or anything saying, yes, this ball was the 2000th baseball, even though, there's like video footage and shit of him catching
That's
the ball.
kind of bullshit.
Well, yeah, it actually gets weirder. The ball is right here on my coffee table. Hides wrote in a Facebook post on Friday. Hides 33 said he considered it an honor to catch the ball and tried to act all day with the honor. I thought it obligated me to. However, Hides wrote that, well, quote, people were so cynical over the ball, he allowed fans to hold it and pose for pictures. That was nice of him.
Mm-hmm.
Additionally, Hides explained that he didn't choose to keep the ball out of a sense of entitlement and lamented the way he was treated by the Tigers management. I had the best of intentions. This ball will most likely end up in the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry if no one can, quote, authenticate it, but the only reason I ended up with it is because Tigers management treated me so terribly. When asked Friday why the ball was not authenticated, Tigers spokesperson Ron Colangelo, God, referred to free press, referred the free press to Matt Bourne, MLB senior vice president of communications. Bourne said in an email he's looking into the matter. Fuck all of that. That is a waste of words. That entire sentence is a waste of fucking words. Oh.
Far in the future, it will wind up on Cisco's desk in Deep Space Nine. Nice one.
What's a Deep Space Nine?
Shut up.
In a phone interview with Kyle Bogenschutz on Thursday in Detroit, Hyde said he was approached by Park Security and Tigers organization reps who seemed to want him to give the ball up right away. Can you imagine? I can just picture a bunch of guys coming up in suits with lily pieces. Excuse me, sir. We'll take that.
I'd be like, no, I caught it. Screw you.
Hyde told Bogenschutz. It's really funny because I used to know a guy whose name was almost this, except it wasn't Schutz. It was something else, just a little bit different. But it was still Bogenschutz. It's just really funny. He tried to do the right thing and wanted time to process what had happened. But he didn't like how he was treated, like an opportunist. Yeah, I'd be like, bitch, you're going to give me $1 for every RBI this thing is worth.
Mm-hmm.
He said he was told if he walked away, MLB couldn't authenticate the ball, and when you walk out of the park, the ball's worth nothing. So think about that. I'd be like, bitch, I got camera footage.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they were just cool about it, I would have just given them the ball. I don't want money out of this. I was offered $5,000 and $10,000. You fucking idiot. As I walked out of the stadium, I swear to God, I just couldn't take being treated like. Okay, I want to punch you now. I didn't catch that part of the story. Did you hear that?
If I was offered $10,000 for a fucking baseball, I would be like, yeah, here.
I'd be like, okay, make it 20 and we got a deal. Like, fuck off. I swear to God, I just couldn't take being treated like garbage bag for catching a baseball. Motherfucker, you were offered $10,000? By your own words, you were offered
How is that
10,000
being
fucking
treated like a
dollars?
garbage bag?
And that's treated like shit?
You are entitled. Holy crap.
Wow, I was actually siding with this dude at the beginning of this article. I was like, yeah, okay, he's kind of being treated like a dick. But dude,
He is being a dick.
you got wow. That's a twist. That's some M. Night Shyamalan fucking level of twist right there.
This guy sounds like a douche, says Redfeather. Yeah.
I was given. Hey, everybody on Facebook, see this baseball right here? I got offered $10,000, and I said, "Fuck you, I don't need it. I'm gonna go back to eat my ramen now."
Yeah.
Fucking dolt.
Can I get a loan from any of my friends and family?
I'm drowning in debt. I don't know what to do. I got this baseball. They won't authenticate it. You fucking moron. I spit on you. S in the chat to spit on this man. For his part, Perjules said he thinks Hides has the right to keep the ball as a piece of history. You're probably laughing at him, calling him a fucking moron too. $10,000 can buy a lot of balls. What an idiot. If he paid more attention in math class instead of playing hooky to practice slugging dingers, shame. I gotta start a GoFundMe. For I think he was given a little hard time, and I told the guys, just just leave it, just let him have it. I think you'd have a great piece of history with him. Yeah, well, stop it. Big thank you, blah blah. You wouldn't pay me a penny for the ball, and I wouldn't take it. They offered you 10 grand.
You just said you threw two figures. You threw 5, and then when you said no to 5, they obviously upped it to 10. So you now you're a liar because you just a paragraph before he said he was offered $5,000 and $10,000.
Yeah, like you.
So
Quit.
he's a liar now on top of stupid.
Okay, let's. Speaking of liars and stupid, Guns N' Roses suing over Rose-style beer, alleging trademark infringement.
Oh, Axel, please no.
The band Guns N' Roses is suing a Colorado brewery for naming one of its beers Guns N' Rosé, saying the alleged trademark infringement has caused the Hard Rockers irreparable damage. I can't finish
Listen,
the
you
word. I can't finish the word.
okay, you know what? Just because your last album sucked and you tried to
Irreparable damage.
pretend to be fucking Brian Johnson, Axel, okay? Doesn't mean that you get to sue someone for making a beer called Guns and Rosé.
Irreparable fucking damage.
Oh, you fat
Irreparable damage is the amount of shit in
stupid.
your veins. That's irreparable damage. The alcohol in which they would have provided you would have been more irreparable damage. You. Oh. I didn't read this article. I just read the headline. The offending craft beer, whose moniker is stylized with an accent on the E or accente E, referencing the type
No.
of wine, is made by Oscar Blues Brewery, part of the Conarchy Craft Brewing Collective in the western U.S. state. He should have sought out sponsorship. No shit.
Yeah,
actually, if they would have sponsored them, I think they would have bled them dry with samples.
probably.
We're sorry, Slash. We can't give you any more. Oh. In its
Didn't Slash
incomplete.
leave GNR?
Huh?
I said, didn't Slash leave GNR? Like,
The photo. Well, they have a photo right here. They have a photo of him and Axel. Guns N' Roses performing in Copenhagen, Denmark in June 2017. Because that's the only photo you could find of them not threatening to kill each other.
yeah.
Oh. Oh.
There's a reason Slash goes and does shit with other bands.
In its complaint filed Thursday in Los Angeles federal court, the band, which is seeking undisclosed damages and legal costs, accused the brewery of selling products that intentionally trademark on the GNR's goodwill, prestige, and fame without GNR's approval, license, or consent. That was hard to finish.
What a
As a
dumbass.
direct and proximate result of defendants' wrongful acts, GNR has suffered and continues to suffer and is likely to suffer damage to their trademarks, business reputation, and goodwill, the complaint read. Did you
No,
quote that from Lars?
I blame Axel for this
No,
entirely.
I swear to Christ, that is what Lars said about Napster.
Yep.
I'm not fucking kidding. I think that is almost verbatim of what Lars Ulrich said in regards to Napster.
No, but seriously, I blame Axel for this entirely.
Oh, oh, this is killing me. This is this is just too
This
funny.
is definitely Axel's idea.
Oh, I found some good ones tonight, I think. Sorry to be like this, but oh, it keeps going. Fuck's sakes. There's still a few more paragraphs. Ooh, hold on. I gotta. Can you take over for a second? I gotta. I'm dying.
Okay, so let's see what chat's got to say here. Red Feather One says, "Derp, derpity, derp, derp, derp." Yeah, I know, right? Um, yeah, I definitely blame Axel for this ridiculous
That's better. I
sham
was.
of a lawsuit.
This is fucking so stupid. The rock group's partners include Axl Rose, Slash, and Michael McKagan.
And I blame Axel for this.
The headbangers hold the brewery as the headbanger. I'm reading this as it's written. The headbangers hold the brewery is falsely implying a connection to the band by using an alleged play on its name to market its ale, which the Guns N' Roses say has been sold since 2018 in canned and keg form.
Mm,
The brewery did not comment. The firm had attempted to trademark its logo in 2018, but dropped the bid after pushback from the band. According to documents, the beer and accompanying merchandise is set to be sold until March 2020.
hmm.
Oscar Blues does appear to have removed the beer from its website, having previously described it as a crisp AF, subtly hopped rosé style ale brewed with prickly pear and hibiscus. That sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
But it's
Clown
beer.
World indeed, yes.
Speaking of Clown World, good call. Arrest made after video shows man dressed as the Joker stealing tip jar at Kensington restaurant.
Oh dear.
that's, that's just too easy. Let's see. It's still at 25. So I just want to see the video. This is just footage.
Okay.
It's just showing the guy, like green hair, Joker face. So he's 29-year-old Timothy Lubin of Toronto. Stole the tip jar from this restaurant. An arrest has been made in connection with a video that shows a man dressed as the Joker stealing a chip jar from a dessert restaurant in Kensington Market last weekend. Prickly pear fruit is supposed to be good, yes, but I don't want to.
Beer
An
does not
investigation by
beer
Toronto
should not
police
taste like fruit. Sorry.
prompted after Waffles and More posted security camera footage of the incident online on May 6th. The video, which has no audio and has been viewed thousands of times, shows a man walking into a restaurant with white paint on his face and his hair dyed green. He approaches the cash register and speaks to a woman working at the establishment. The woman then turns her back to the man before he is seen putting what appears to be a jar of money into his jacket. Summer is approaching and the thieves are back. The description of the online video reads, I was waiting for Batman to save the day, but he didn't show up. Where's Goose Wayne when you need him?
Ugh.
If anyone has a good tip on how to secure the tip jar, feel free to share. It's called Gorilla Glue. After viewing the video, investigators said the incident captured in security footage took place on May 5th. On Sunday, 29-year-old Timothy Lubin of Toronto was arrested in connection with the investigation. He has been charged with one count of theft. Lubin is scheduled to appear in court on Monday morning. Looks more like a juggalo than the Joker. It's only a shadow of his former self, says Wikipedia snippet. Oh, that's just a quick little fun one. All right.
What a dumbass.
Uh, yeah, we'll do that one. Sex strike. Sex tax. That's the next one. It's gonna be a sex tax.
Sex
Alyssa
tax.
Milano calls for women to stop making love to protest strict abortion laws because that's a good idea.
It is a good idea. It'll prevent pregnancy.
Actress Alyssa Milano ignited social media with a tweet Friday night calling for women to join her in a sex strike to protest strict abortion bans passed by Republican controlled legislatures. The
So,
former star of Charmed and
ugh,
current cast member of Insatiable, which is filmed in Georgia, urged women in her tweet to stop having sex, quote, until we get bodily autonomy back. Her tweet came days after Georgia became the fourth state in the U.S. this year to ban abortions once a fetal heartbeat is detected, which can be 6 weeks, blah, blah, blah. We all know that one. And then we have this tweet. Our reproductive rights are being erased. Until women have legal control over our own bodies, we cannot risk pregnancy. Join me by not having sex until we get bodily autonomy back. I'm calling for a sex strike. Pass it on. Your husband has hookers on speed dial. You know that, right? I bet you she doesn't.
I also, you you stupid, you live in a country where women have all sorts of autonomy, including bodily autonomy. You go to the frickin' third world countries and check out how little frickin' bodily autonomy women have there, and then you come back and talk. You stupid entitled bitch. What are you talking about? That women don't have bodily autonomy here.
I just think it's hilarious because a lot of women actually pointed it out because a lot of women are very angry at her for this because and I agree that this is basically saying this is her saying that women are nothing but sex toys. If you
Yeah,
really think about
yeah.
it. It seriously is. If you really think about it, and it's true. It really is because it's fucking stupid.
She's basically saying all you're good for to your man is to be a fuck toy. So don't be a fuck toy, and it'll suck for him, and maybe he'll vote differently.
Like I said, I guarantee she's married. Her husband has a bunch of hookers on speed dial and a couple dead ones in the trunk. I fucking guarantee it. Like she doesn't get like this is actually more hurtful than anything.
Yeah.
If anything, rape your husbands to show them what it's like. That's there's a campaign. There's a great campaign. Show the men what it's like to be raped. Force yourself upon them now, women. How the fuck does that sound?
Sounds like a lot of guys would be pretty happy.
Like, seriously, it's
You know how many guys next day would be with their coworkers and be like, "Do you know what happened last night, guy? It was freaking amazing."
like Milkman Dan. Plus, it's a bit insulting calling it a strike. Yeah, like she was giving it up daily.
Yeah.
I bet you a lot of men looked at this and go, "So what's going to change?" Like, seriously, you, oh, dummy. We need to understand how dire the situation is across the country, Milano told the Associated Press on Saturday. It's
Oh,
reminding people that we have control over our own bodies and how to use them.
really? The situation is dire across the United
You
States?
are
Really?
irony impaired, woman.
Is there a bunch of how much female genital mutilation is going on in the United States? How many women are being stoned to death for being unwed, pregnant, and single?
Duck dog. Patrice O'Neill had a great bit about how women reduce themselves to a series of holes when confronted with their man leaving. Yeah, we heard that one on Sinatra. He played
Mm-hmm.
that one. And it's true. It's very true. She noted that women have historically withheld sex to protest or advocate for political reform. Oh, this is going to be
Wait,
good.
what?
Yeah,
When?
get ready for this. She cited how Iroquois women refused to have sex in the 1600s as a way to stop unregulated warfare.
I'm sure that's
Most recently, she noted that Liberian women used a sex strike in 2003 to demand an end to long running civil war. And how many of those women were raped brutally by the Liberian men? because it's Liberia, for fuck's sakes, you twit. Oh. Mulatto receives support from fans, and fellow actress Bette Midler, I'm shocked, joined her in also calling for a sex strike with her own tweet. But both liberals and conservatives also lampooned her idea, with conservatives praising her for promoting abstinence and liberals saying she was pushing a false narrative that women only have sex as a favor to men.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Bette Midler's tweet. I hope the hashtag women of Georgia stop having sex with men until these indignities are overturned. I'm sorry. The only time I liked Bette Midler is when she was in a movie with my friend. That's it. It's the only
Oh my
movie I
god,
like
I'm
her in.
sorry, I can't stop laughing.
Mulatto said the criticism didn't bother her, and that, of course, it doesn't, because you're a fucking moron, and that her tweet was having her desired effect, which is getting people to talk about the war on women. Bitch, there is
The
no war on
war
women.
on
There's a
women?
war on you.
Wow. Yeah, there's such a war on women.
Oh. If they want to get an abortion, 6 weeks isn't enough time. Well, the argument is, Red Feather, that at 6 weeks, you sometimes don't know you're pregnant. Like, sometimes you don't figure it out until you're like 10 or 12 weeks along. And that's the problem. What movie? Hocus Pocus.
What movie Red Feather One is
Yeah, Hocus
asking?
Pocus. Uh, she's gonna kill me, but the angel that scares the crap out of them is actually I went to high school with her. I hadn't spoken to her in a while though. Talked to her a couple of years ago, but that was about it. She was awesome. Let's see here. Well, Red Feather, if you remember the little angel, the little girl, that's the little angel that talks about something about she actually has lines that I went to high school with her. And no, she didn't really change much even after she graduated. Uh, Mulatto said the criticism didn't bother her. I said that already. She said she fears one of the laws could eventually be decided by the conservative-leaning U.S. Supreme Court, which Republicans hope will overturn. No one. Hey, stupid! Roe v. Wade isn't even the current freaking precedence.
And nobody on that court is gonna touch Roe v. Wade.
Because Roe v. Wade is not the current precedent, so they can take it and eliminate Roe v. Wade all they want. But it's something. Oh, it's California versus Planned Parenthood from when I was in high school. I think is the precedence, the one that one of my friends was pushing for. I think that's the current precedence for abortion.
Precedences don't update. You could still use Roe v. You could still.
They can, but it doesn't need to be because they have that one to bounce off of, which is actually the more used, the more commonly used one, and that's according to Lusher, whatever his name is, and Legal Eagle. So yeah, the YouTube lawyers. That is absolutely horrifying to me. Anyone who is not completely and totally outraged by this and doesn't see where this is leading, I think is not taking this threat seriously. Does she have kids?
Alyssa Milano? I don't know.
I hope not. I hope she never plans on it. Milano said people have to determine for themselves how long the sex strike should last. For her part, she hasn't decided yet how long she will forego sex. Bet you they fucked last night. I mean, I don't know. I sent a tweet last night. I haven't really thought much past this morning. Aha! So you had morning sex.
Yep.
There's
She has
comments
a
on this.
pair of them, says Duck Dog.
What?
Duck Dog says she has a pair of them.
Oh, I'm sorry for them. I bet you they're not vaccinated either. Milano said the criticism didn't bother her and that her tweet was having her desired effect, which is getting people to talk about it. War on women, is she for real? It's more like any Homo sapien with an appendage between their legs is public enemy number one. This is just different people's comments.
Yeah.
She really is an imbecile. She should stick to what she does best, take off her clothes on film, and do soft porn flicks. I forgot she did soft porn. She was decent in them. Sucks at this. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So I caught a glimpse of a weird. So this is from May 10th. Rebel Wilson. Do you remember Rebel Wilson?
No.
Okay, she's just another fat chick. She's an actress chick. Uh, I don't see the movie she was in. Something about Tom Hardy's butt. She fingered Tom Hardy's butt. So this is actually what entertainment is. Rebel Wilson fingered Tom Hardy's butt, touched Anne Hathaway's breasts, but she wasn't arrested for it. God, she's ugly. Okay, going away. Okay, so we didn't hear about this at all in the news. Death at post-prom party raises concerns about civic responsibility.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually a local thing, more local like Toronto. The death of a teenager at a post-prom party held at an Airbnb rental property north of Toronto should be raising questions around safety and civic responsibility in an evolving industry. Lawyers and police said Thursday as arrests were announced in the case. York Regional said 2 teens are now charged with first-degree murder and a third faces related charge, but hundreds of potential witnesses fled the scene without helping the victim or
Wow.
providing information to authorities afterwards. Let's see here. Some of the reticence may stem from the fact that question of legal liability, yada yada. Yeah, and in where is it? 901. It doesn't even say partygoers' reluctance to help extended. There we go. Jada Patterson, 18 of Toronto, a 17-year-old boy who can't be identified, first degree murder. Patterson surrendered to police. Why doesn't it say what happened? Oh, they shot her.
Oh.
Okay, I gotta fix this. I'm trying to scan here. Bill Dick, yeah, lawyer injured, who was led seminars. See, this is the problem. It's just, hold on. Anyway, it comes
So
down to they're blaming Airbnbs. Airbnbs is supposed to do the vetting, which does insulate the homeowners. But does the real issue is how much vetting does an Airbnb do? So they're trying to turn this whole murder thing around.
okay, it's not the freaking owner of the Airbnb's fault that the teenagers shot another teenager. That's on them. Especially
I
if
know
you're
I'm jumping
charging
through
the
these couple of stories just because it's 25 to 12, and I know the next 2 of the 3 stories are going to take us a bit. So yeah, so this was just stupid party. Yeah,
pardon?
so police investigating fatal shooting at party in North Toronto, which is just bad. Now, teen charged in Red Line Station shooting released to mother.
Oh.
Chicago, a 14-year-old boy with attempted murder is charged with attempted murder in connection with shootings at the CTA station was released to custody to his mother on Friday. Happy Mother's Day. The teen is scheduled to be back in court tomorrow. A judge released him to his mother without any court supervision. Police said another male entered the Argyle CTA and opened fire. One man was critically injured, another was grazed. The 14-year-old has not been named because of his age. The teen appeared in juvenile court on Friday, and the judge released him because she said Chicago police didn't bring the suspect before a judicial officer within 24 hours, which is required by law. Yeah, but if he was arrested on a Friday.
So she let him go on a technicality?
Yeah, and get this. The teen has a criminal history with 16 offenses
Holy
at 14. Chicago police say the department is reviewing this incident to make sure all policies and procedures were filed.
good lord.
14. They have to check a box. Are you planning on murdering anybody? It's not the Bates Hotel. That's for sure. Kids will be kids. Boys will be boys. All right, so here we go. This is gonna wait. Do you want to do the funky drink or the Mother's Day outrage? Last 2 stories.
Um, let's do Mother's Day outrage.
Okay, because we'll leave the best for last so everyone can puke as we leave. Mother's Day of Rage. Author explores why women end up doing most of the homemaking and parenting work.
Because that's a biological instinct?
We reassure ourselves that it's all okay because biologically it's women who were meant to be primary carers. But I actually found that's not really true. Yeah, you look like a Karen. Like, look at the ponytail. Look at the ponytail. Balled up fist. Bet you that kid's not vaccinated. Probably littered with measles. Thinking about other people's needs is something women are trained to do from day one. Okay, I'm walking to get my kids at school. Wait, this is no, okay, this is a parenting article. It's a parenting blog bullshit. Let's
Okay.
see. I like to read what other parents think that they can accomplish. I'm walking to get my kids at school, but I told them that when I got there, I wasn't going to be able to talk to them. Just so you know, says author Darcy Lockman to the sounds of dogs barking in the background as she picks up the phone for her new book, All the Rage: Mothers, Fathers, and the Myth of Equal Partnership. Fuck off. Lockman, a journalist turned psychotherapist. That's a twist. Put her reporting skills back to work. The result is a heavily researched tr- treatise
Treatise.
treatise
Yes.
about why women are still doing more of the work of homemaking and parenting. Gee, honey, why do you do most of the homemaking and parenting?
Because I am not able to get a job outside the home, so I do the home stuff while you do the outside the home stuff because that's how our relationship works.
The emotional burden of keeping the family schedule in order, of knowing when school is out for a day, when the vaccinations are due, and on and on. This
Okay,
generation of
okay,
women in
okay, okay,
okay.
okay. If your fucking children, if looking after your children is an emotional burden to you, you shouldn't have had kids.
You
And
should
I'm
see what
I'm
this woman looks like.
and I just want to say that I'm not going to say that having kids is all sunshine and roses all the time,
I want to listen.
but it is not an emotional burden to have like oh Jesus Christ.
This generation of women and men, Lockman writes, believed themselves to be egalitarian in every way, but found, once they had children, that it was harder than they thought to put their principles into practice. No shit. It wasn't the way I thought it was going to be.
Because women when they give birth to their children have hormones flood through them that are bonding hormones and they need to oh my god.
She cites study after study to illustrate this. Childless couples. Keywords: childless couples, for example, share the domestic work equality on average. On average, they each do 15 hours a week. Once there's a kid in the mix, women add 22 hours of childcare per week and men add 14. But men cut their own work by 5 hours per week, while women continue the 15 they were doing pre-baby. Hello?
How does that make sense? If childless couples each do 15 hours of domestic work a week
Mhm.
and it goes up they add 22 hours of childcare on top of that and men add 14, are you then saying that they cut their domestic work back to 10 hours a week?
Numbers don't fully answer the question Lockman set out to investigate.
That's
For
because they
that,
don't add up.
she had to get personal. Her 9 and 6-year-old daughters briefly and politely interrupted the interview a couple of times, including once to give her plants from their school's Mother's Day sale. Parents, but especially mothers, never stop working. Fuck off. Uh, okay, so here's the interview. Question: tell me a bit of the origin story of this book. What did you have to add to others who have researched this question haven't gotten at? I had a burning question after I became a mother and watched the women around me all living the same way with their partners, who were very good fathers, very loving, but who weren't really doing as much to manage their kids. It was
Because
something we didn't expect. We had heard all things were so much better. Lots of good books have been written about the social policy problems that have put us in such a stretched position, but no one had really addressed the personal part. Why do men, and they don't do it on purpose, but why do men act this way and why do women let them?
wow.
Oh, that's all you can say to that? Wow.
I
That's all you
just
got for that one?
my brain is just I
Most of
there are so many reasons why that happened. It's biological reasons, financial reasons. Like on average, women tend to gravitate toward careers that pay less, so it makes less sense for them to go back to work and then have to pay more for childcare than it does for them to stay home. And the men who generally gravitate towards careers that pay more will work, and women can stay home and take care of the house. That doesn't mean that when men get home from work, they don't do also things around the house and stuff with the kids.
Hey, Rolling Bear, why do I get the idea these people grew up riding the short bus? Well, if you think about it, they were the ones that were licking the windows, but the windows were open. This woman needs to consider all the millions of men who built and maintained our fantastic society so that she can use a bunch of white goods men invented
Did you just
instead
say
of having to
white
do all the tasks
goods?
by hand.
Did you just say white goods?
Yes,
What is a white good?
you'd have to ask Milkman. Milkman, what's a white good? Yeah, ask Milkman Dan. That was his comment. To the extent that there is an answer, where did you land? We're really raised so differently, girls and boys. No shit. And not even necessarily in our homes, but in the messages we get in the world about who is more important. Thinking about other people's needs is something women are trained to do from day one. Mm, and then we assure ourselves that it's all okay because biologically it's women who are meant to be the primary carers. But I actually found that in terms of evolution and biology, that's not really true. Male primates are biologically primed for parenthood.
Yes, but in a different way, you morons. They don't carry the baby. So when you carry the baby and you provide the baby's nutrients for the first year of its life, you are generally going to need to, hormonally and chemically to want to be around the child so that you will be able to deal with it while it's screeching at you. You retard.
Speaking of biology, a recent essay in the New York Times, what quote, good dads get away with, oh, what? This is going to be good, touched a nerve online. The social scientist Steven Pinker was complaining on Twitter about how you didn't mention the possibility of sex differences being a reason for the unequal division of labor. Does any part of that argument resonate with you? But first, oh, it's an opinion piece. What good dads get away with. Division of labor in the home is one of the most important equality issues of our time. Yet at this rate, it will be another 75 years before men do half the work. That's her subheadline.
Um, shouldn't men do half the work and women do half the work?
I think she means like men are supposed to do 12 hours of the child care and the woman's supposed to do 12 hours of the child care.
That
Doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever, but yeah.
doesn't that happen anyway in some form or another?
But didn't you see? Women do 22 hours and men only do 14.
A week, not a day.
When like, this is just, how long is this fucking article? Oh,
A
I'm not reading
long
this
time.
shit. This is just fucking drivel. Drivel, whatever the word is.
Yes, drivel.
Let's just find what the end paragraph is. If anything is going to change, men have to stop resisting. Gendered parenting is kept alive by the unacknowledged power bestowed upon men in a world that values their needs, comforts, and desires more than women's. It's up to fathers to cop to this rather than to cop out.
What are you?
That's the end paragraph of her. That's the closing paragraph of this, of her
That
paper.
makes no sense.
Oh. Okay, back to the original article. Okay. You describe your husband as an awesome, amazing father who gets a lot of flack in the book for being occasionally clueless about the invisible work you do for your family. And you've written about how hard it can be for women who feel that they have really good speaking, really who have it really good to speak up and say they're entitled to even more. The underlying implication is they know some families are dealing with men who are really not pulling their weight or might even be absent. Answer: I relate to that. Everybody's got a friend who has it worse. Fuck.
Okay, my brain is mush now. Can we move on?
Hold on, one more. Two more. In a similar vein, what's a polite way to call out somebody who gushes in public about how someone is such a great father just because he's out in public with his child, especially when the same man's partner is constantly struggling with him to reach an equal division of labor? Answer: I personally would not call out that person. I would advise saying to the husband later, "Did you notice that? What did you think of that?" And then she can tell him she thinks of that and that her thought is, "Are you fucking kidding me? Shut up, Karen."
So be passive aggressive about it?
I think that's what that says. Yeah, you know why I'm mad at you. She called you a great father. I do all the work. Oh man. You write you write that when you started to talk to your husband about these issues, he would say, "Put that in your book." How did you navigate having your husband and kids appear in this work? First of all, before I started, I said, "If you would rather I didn't, tell me." Oh, I can see how this book got written. And he said, "I think it's a great idea. You should totally do it." I bet you that was sarcasm. From the start, I had his support. I gave him veto power on anything I wrote, and he didn't take.
Because he's not going to tell you not to write. Oh my god.
And I am, I hope, I think, as critical of myself as I am of him. Okay, Karen.
I'm
Everything that
seriously.
went
Wow.
on between us. Everything that went on between us. I'm not reading two words. I know I'm not having a stroke. Everything that went on between us was the same exact story I heard from every other woman I know and every other woman I interviewed. Oh God, that hurts my fucking brain.
Okay, can we be done now with
Okay,
this?
now we'll read about the funky drink
Okay.
just to end the show because we got 10 minutes to go.
All
All
right.
right, who's ready? So this is from that odds and ends thing that we usually read once in a while. It's got some really weird shit in it, right? Like this one's got goat enlisted to help prevent forest fires, which obvious. This sea creature has an anus when it needs it. Don't need to read that one. But this one is what caught my eye. This cocktail is garnished with a feminine hygiene product.
Ah.
And you're not visual, but anybody know what a drink stirrer is? Well, this one's got some um, um, colorful additives for your clear drink. An Ohio-based bar has raised some eyebrows after revealing a margarita drink with a tampon applicator as garnish.
Please tell me it's not a used one.
It's a Bloody Mary. Or in this case, a Bloody Marge. A bar in Lakewood, Ohio raised some eyebrows recently after debuting a new drink that utilizes feminine hygiene product as garnish. Yuzo unveiled the even can't literally a berry-flavored margarita drink that uses a tampon applicator as a garnish. The deep red hues of the berries float in the drink to resemble period blood, hence
Oh
the
my
use of the tampon applicator.
god.
It's that
Why?
time of the month, time for the new menu, that is. Like this new cocktail, even can't literally. Yuzu stated in the post, a berry margarita thoughtfully complemented with a tampon applicator garnish. Yuzu is quick to point out that $1 from each drink sold will be donated to a local women's shelter. Still, some people weren't impressed. F you guys, just stop, commented one poster on Facebook. Quote, whoever thought of this idea should be very, very fired, said another unsatisfied
Yeah.
patron. Yuzu bartender Sarah Kruger told United Press International she created the drink as a way of raising awareness of women's health.
Yeah, you're one of those crazy bitches that goes into the men's bathroom when they're on their rag and leaves blood on the floor and leaves.
Psst. The bar's owner, Dave Boomba, said he's not sweating the backlash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Bar bar owner's a dude trying to raise awareness of women's health. Yeah. Any bets he's banging that blue hair? All right, one more out of this line because this is gonna make some people cringe. Boy has ringing ear. Tick found living on eardrum.
Yeah. I just got over an ear infection. Why would you read that?
Talk about buzzing that won't go away. That's what a 9-year-old Connecticut boy experienced when he visited his doctor after something wasn't right about his right ear.
Oh
According to
god.
the New England Journal of Medicine,
It's
the
even the
boy kept
same.
hearing buzzing noises in his ear a few
Ugh.
days prior. When doctors examined his right ear, they spotted an inflamed eardrum with a tick attached to it. Dr. David Keisel of Yale New Haven Hospital treated the boy. He stated the tick likely crawled into the boy's ear canal, hence the loud buzzing sound. Doctors originally tried to remove the tick during the initial visit, but the insect's mouth was tightly clamped onto the eardrum.
Ooh.
The boy was transferred into an operating room and removed the tick with a hook-like instrument while under general anesthesia. A month after the incident, the boy was reportedly doing well with his eardrum healed and no signs of tick-related illness. Lucky guy, my sister has Lyme disease. She has no foot, basically. And that's the news. What?
OMG, that sucks, says Red Feather. Yeah. Is it
Oh yeah.
Brian Sims?
That's yeah, it's a terrifying time. So chat, let's go ahead and questions, comments, theories, angers, rages.
Oh, hey, I forgot about this also. Aren't you guys running late? No. We usually go till midnight but we started a bit late.
It depends. Like we're probably gonna get shit from minions, but hey, whatever. That's actually where probably a bunch of people went to. Yeah, if anybody wants to, hop over to Minions and go say hi to them. Tell them we sent you.
Yes.
Um, but yeah, if anybody has any questions, I need a beer. I need drugs. Here, you talk.
Um Just check Discord for tomorrow, says Gunfox. I will check Discord for tomorrow, my friend. Thank you very much for the news you send me.
Oh,
What?
I'm gonna shill something. If anybody didn't catch Friday's show for the coffee stream, go back and watch because Ghastly was on and he did an awesome job. Did you want to announce Fridays yet, or are you gonna wait?
Oh,
Because we should. I personally, if you've got it guaranteed and you're sure, I'd say we should try and get some more people to at least come because I want to see more than 20 people for this one.
yeah. So I am currently in DMs and it's been confirmed. I've just been told to send lots of reminders. So Friday, Jeff Holiday is gonna be stopping by the coffee stream. So that's gonna be a very interesting, fun stream. So I can't wait for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun.
Did you see AOC was amazed plants grow in dirt? Was it actually AOC or was it that parody account that is damn hard to decipher the difference between because they are both fucking retarded? Did you hear her reaction to the garbage disposal? Yes, the garbage disposal was sad.
Yeah.
The Minion stream crashed, but hopefully they'll be up again soon.
Oh dear.
Well, that's not good. Who's running a quiz?
No, it's Sunday, so it'll either be Poppy or Della. They
Computer
alternate.
crash, probably Poppy.
No, Della's sometimes has problems, so it could be Della.
No, I know the garbage disposal was actually her, and that's the scarier part. But that's just bougie fucking Bronx, suburban New
I think
York.
that's fake because
You think she put that in because she's trying to be edgy,
she's trying to show that she's poor.
or she's trying to show that she's hip and with it? Hi, my fellow kids. Sh- She's an idiot. Okay. Oh, we the North. Why? Oh, because of basketball. Who cares? Game
Um,
of Thrones. I guess we don't want to open that up.
no. Um, but I was gonna say, since it's almost midnight, um, thank you for watching, everybody. Please come back tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern for the coffee stream, where we will be having more news and more fun. And I do appreciate everyone coming by and watching us tonight. Um, and again, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Come by tomorrow, as I said, and have a great rest of your night.
Thank you for coming out, everyone. We enjoy you.
We do.
Watch for more Karen videos from Lessons with Karen.
Yes, Pincalo's
No, don't. Shh.
no,
Let
nah.
it happen. Let it happen.
Pincalo's YouTube channel is in the description, guys. I'll see you guys later. You suck.